Normally, Christmas films can be put into 3 categories. 1, it's actually about Santa. 2, single high-powered city executive returns to their hometown, then falls in love with a poor person and realizes the true meaning of Christmas. Or 3, a recent addition, girl finds out her boyfriend is the prince of a made-up country in Europe, where everyone's English, but it's not actually England. This one fits into none of these categories. It's more like Groundhog Day, but at Christmas. This is 12 Dates of Christmas. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
We start with this awful version of the song 12 Days of Christmas.
5 golden rings.
Isn't that terrible?
Yep. It's actually 5 gold rings. Why do you always have to change everything? Anyway, this is Kate and she's the main character.
Hi.
Her boyfriend Jack recently dumped her and they have joint custody of their dog Max. Kate uses Max as a weapon and suggested they spend tomorrow, Christmas Day, together so they can share him.
Yeah, right.
She's out with her friend Miyoko looking for a present for Jack. Kate's convinced they're getting back together. Miyoko's like, don't you have a blind date at 5?
Trust me, the blind date isn't going anywhere.
She's just doing this as a favour for her stepmom Sally. The guy she's meeting is Sally's godson, but she's not interested in that at all. All she cares about is getting back with Jack. In this department store, someone sprays perfume in her face and she faints.
I spritzed you and you passed out.
She's in a hurry though, so she ignores this guy struggling to untangle Christmas lights and a neighbour who wants to talk to her. So she gets to the bar for a blind date and she's horrified because she's worried it might be this guy.
Oh my goodness.
Surely not. He's got glasses.
Ew. Gross. That's disgusting.
But it's not him, it's Zack from Saved by the Bell.
It's alright 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
In this, his name's Miles.
I ordered you a lager, by the way. I hope you don't mind.
I actually hate beer.
So Kate seems nice. She's on her phone through the whole date, and the only time she shows any interest is when he tells her he used to be a pro hockey player.
Oh, I see.
She's like, I have to go because my ex-boyfriend has called, but I'll see you at Dad and Sally's later for dinner. He's like, whatever, just go. So here she is meeting Jack. She gives him a present and he's like, you shouldn't have done this. She's like, well, you must have been hoping for something or you wouldn't be here.
Well, I didn't want you to be alone.
I knew it.
I brought Max.
And look who else is here. Jack's new girlfriend, Nancy.
Do you love her?
Yeah.
When she gets to her dad's house, she starts going on about how she wishes her real mum was still alive, which is a bit tactless in front of her dad's new wife.
Yes.
Also, Miles has called and said he's not going to come because Kate left their date to be with her ex.
I'll call him tomorrow and apologize.
Hon, you blew your chance. You can't go back and change it.
Well, maybe she can. While she's asleep, the clock's turned back and she wakes up on the floor in the department store. It takes her a while to realise what's going on, but she's decided this must be a dream.
I can do anything in a dream.
So at the date with Miles, she's keen to cut to the chase and somehow this happens.
My wife
have to
had
take this
braces,
call,
though.
and
Even
I'll
though
have-
What do you mean you have to go?
You're married?
She's dressed like a hooker to try and lure Jack away from Nancy, but it hasn't worked and he plans to propose to her over Christmas.
You might have mentioned that Miles had a wife.
His wife is dead, Katie. She died about a year ago.
So she goes back to her dad's house and falls asleep. She wakes up in the department store again. This time she goes to the bar where she's meeting Miles early and sees that he's early too. So she pretends to be someone else and joins him at the bar. She finds out his wife died falling off a ladder while cleaning gutters.
It was nice to meet you.
We don't actually see Miles knocking one out in the bathroom, but it's certainly implied. Kate realises now that Miles is a nice guy and feels bad about how the last 2 dates went. When she gets home, she decides to give her neighbour a chance too, so she goes into her apartment where they bake cakes and eat them. It's attempt number 4 now, and this time she walks into the jewellery shop where Jack is choosing a ring for Nancy. I'm not sure what this is supposed to achieve. It's not relevant to the plot, so I'm going to skip these parts from now on.
Thank you.
All you need to know is he's moved on and he's never going back to Kate. Day 5, and today she's decided to introduce herself to the girlfriend of the guy who untangles Christmas lights. Apparently every year he makes her a giant snowflake out of them.
Not what you want for Christmas.
Not even close.
Well, maybe tell him then.
You little whore.
You've clearly been together long enough to feel comfortable having this conversation, which you're happy to have with a total stranger. So they go back to Kate's apartment, get drunk and eat pizza and donuts. But oh no, her dad and Sally have turned up.
We were worried you didn't show up for dinner.
This is Miles.
Hi, Katie.
Minutes later, the effects of the alcohol have worn off and Kate and Miles go on a date. Their date is just walking the streets, but they walk past the bar where their date has previously been, so go in there. The guy with the glasses stares at Kate, and for some reason, Kate thinks that means he knows she's reliving the same day over and over again, so she follows him into the bathroom.
You know, don't you?
Actually, I don't.
I have no idea how to make this night end. Wait!
Yeah, that doesn't look good. But it's okay because the day starts again.
I have a whole other idea for tonight. I hope you're up for it.
Sure. What is it?
It's buying a Christmas tree and him carrying it upstairs to her apartment.
Are you serious?
Yes.
When they get there, they start talking about how much they love Christmas and they almost kiss. They go round Kate's dad and Sally's later, and Sally suggests they go to midnight mass. Recent events have made Kate appreciate how much her dad and Sally love each other.
Whatever.
When they get to midnight mass, Kate sees her neighbour, so they sit next to her because she's alone on Christmas Eve. Kate's getting really into this, but then...
You've got to be kidding me.
So Kate's decided she may as well do everything she's always wanted to do, like buy expensive stuff she can't afford, get a tattoo and black hair, and then go baking with her neighbour.
Excuse me?
Okay, I think now she's on to her 7th Christmas Eve. She's taking a different approach to her date with Miles this time.
Where would you like to go?
She shows up at this ice rink where he coaches underprivileged kids hockey because that's how nice he is. And now practices over their ice skating. He's really good, obviously, but she's crap, so it's a perfect excuse for him to touch her.
It is.
Oh no, she was just pretending to be bad. She used to be a champion back in the 90s.
She got you good, coach.
Uh-huh.
Later, he tells her about his dead wife for what he thinks is the first time. The date's going really well and they're just about to kiss, but oh no!
Damn it.
We don't see the date this time, it goes straight to dinner with her dad and Sally. She ruins this and it's something to do with Jack and Nancy, but that's boring. So cut to the next Christmas Eve. All she does is mope around for this one. So on to number 10. Where she helps an orphan and a puppy before going on a date with Miles that we don't see. This is number 12 and she's feeling more optimistic about this one.
This is gonna be the best Christmas Eve ever.
She helps the nerdy guy from the bar, Toby, pick out some cool clothes. Introduces her neighbour to the guy from the department store. Congratulates Jack and Nancy on their engagement. Convinces Lee's boyfriend to finally propose to her. Brings her lonely single friend Miyoko to meet Toby. And then she meets Miles. This time, everyone from the whole film is at Kate's dad and Sally's house for a party. Including the orphans from Miles' underprivileged hockey team, the people from the department store, and Lee and her new fiancé, who I'm guessing had no other plans.
Correctamundo.
And they all start singing around the piano. Things have gone really well with Miles too, and they're about to kiss, but she's like, shit, it's almost midnight. But it's Christmas Day and it starts snowing. She's still here too. Finally, life has moved on. So everyone's happy and that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.